Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive.
Hello there.
Today, we're getting into something quite peculiar. This whole phenomenon known as the red dot.
Ah, yes. It's fascinating, isn't it? Elusive, certainly frustrating based on our source material.
Absolutely. We're looking at excerpts from The Mystery of the Red Dot, and it really paints a picture of, well, intense speculation, maybe even a bit of trauma for those involved.
It really does. It's surprising how something seemingly so simple can provoke such strong reactions.
So our mission today really is to unpack all these theories floating around. What is this thing?
Exactly. Explore the emotional weight it carries, why it sparks these complex ideas, and maybe ask what you listening can take away about perception, maybe control.
Yeah, and the unknown, definitely. Because the core problem is right there. This little red light, it's super fast, you just can't catch it.
Right. Uncatchable.
One observer describes it perfectly. 1 minute on the floor, next minute, bam, it's on the ceiling.
And the speed. Faster than a butler dropping wine, apparently.
Which, leads some to call it unholy. That's a strong word.
It is. And that kind of sets the stage for the theories, doesn't it? That extreme, erratic movement.
Yeah.
It leads straight to the first big idea in the source.
Which is?
Human control. The idea that someone is making it happen.
Okay, and there's evidence for that in the text.
Yeah, quite specific observation, actually. Someone says, Karen, my human, holds the device. She presses it, dot appears. She laughs, dot vanishes. Pretty clear cause and effect there.
Huh. Karen, so if it is human-controlled, what's the perceived motive? Is it just playing?
Well, according to this interpretation, no. It's seen as much more deliberate, like a tool of psychological warfare.
Wow, okay, warfare. That's intense, designed to manipulate and frustrate.
Exactly. So suddenly, it's not just a mysterious light, it's an act of power. It shifts the whole dynamic, Makes you question who's really in charge in your own space.
That makes sense. It changes everything if you think someone's pulling the strings.
Definitely. But what if that explanation doesn't quite fit for everyone? What if the movements seem too impossible, even for Karen and her device?
Does the source go into other, maybe stranger explanation?
Oh, absolutely. Some observers seem to ditch the human theory altogether and go straight for, well, the supernatural.
Supernatural? How so?
The idea is floated that it could be witchcraft.
Witchcraft? Just because it moves weirdly?
Pretty much. The instantaneous movement, defying physics. It pushes them towards explanations outside the norm. That unholy speed again.
Okay, I can kind of see the leap in logic there if something seems truly impossible.
You reach for impossible explanations, right?
Yeah.
It shows how we try to make sense of things that just don't compute with our everyday reality.
So we've got psychological warfare from humans, or maybe witchcraft. What else? Does it get more existential?
It does, actually. There's a whole thread about the purpose of the dot, especially if, theoretically, you could catch it.
The catching conundrum. What are the theories there?
Well, they're pretty contradictory. One view is optimistic, almost spiritual. Catching it could unlock a secret level of existence.
Like enlightenment?
Kind of. Leading to cat nirvana, apparently. And, unlimited tuna.
Unlimited tuna. Okay, that's a solid goal, but you said contradictory. What's the downside?
The flip side is, well, pretty bleak. Catching it might cause you to just cease to exist.
Gone. That's a huge risk.
Exactly. So now it's not just a chase, it's this massive existential gamble. Life, death, nirvana, nothingness, all riding on a little red dot.
It's amazing how much weight gets put onto it. From a simple light to the secrets of existence.
It really shows how we project our biggest hopes and fears onto the unknown, doesn't it?
Yeah. Any other theories about its purpose, besides the existential one?
There's another one mentioned, a bit more playful perhaps, but still deep in its own way, that it might be a baby star.
It's a baby star, seriously.
Sent here to train us in agility. Like a cosmic PE class, space gym class, as they put it.
Okay, from mind games to witchcraft to existential tests to space gym. That covers a lot of ground.
It really does. And notice how each theory completely reframes the relationship with the dot. Is it an enemy? Trickster. Test. Trainer.
It's a good point. The why changes everything.
And there's one more angle on its purpose, leaning back towards the manipulative side.
Oh, what's that?
The idea that its real goal is simply to divide and conquer.
How so? Divide who?
The observers, pitting them against each other maybe, or just causing internal conflict in the chase, highlighting its power to disrupt unity. That takes the psychological warfare idea and makes it about social breakdown too. Interesting. A shared obsession that actually drives individuals apart.
Yeah, the frustration of chasing something unattainable, it could easily cause friction.
Definitely. And this isn't all just abstract theorizing, is it? The source mentions actual physical consequences.
Right, that's important. It mentions a sprained tail from a failed chase.
Ouch. So there are real risks involved in this pursuit.
And a pretty stark warning, too. Something like, you've lived 7 lives already. You're one slip away from becoming a ghost with bad credit.
Bad credit, even in the afterlife. It highlights that the stakes feel very real, physically and maybe even bureaucratically.
So, given the allure, the mystery, but also the dangers, how do they cope? What's the strategy?
Well, initially there's this moment of clarity, it seems. A call for a united front.
What do they suggest?
The plan is unite, stay alert, don't chase, observe. Sensible, right? Strategic.
Very logical. Control the impulse, gather data. Makes perfect sense.
But, and this is where it gets really relatable, I think, that rational plan immediately clashes with the impulse.
The urge is too strong.
It seems so. Right after laying out the don't chase strategy, the text mentions the irresistible urge to, quote, accidentally do a flying leap off the bookshelf.
Accidentally.
With backflips optional.
Right. So much for restraint. It just shows how powerful that pull is, doesn't it? Even when you know the risks, even when you have a plan.
Exactly. Logic versus instinct. Rationality versus this primal urge to chase the shiny, moving thing. It's a classic conflict.
So, wow. We've covered a lot. Human manipulation, witchcraft, existential tests, space gym, divisive tactics.
And the very real struggle between knowing better and, well, leaping off the bookshelf anyway.
It's genuinely fascinating how this single, simple thing, the red dot, becomes a screen onto which so many complex ideas and emotions are projected.
It really is, and it says so much about how we grapple with things we can't control or fully understand. We create narratives, assign motives.
We try to make sense of it, even if the sense we make is, baby star personal trainer.
Precisely. And the source material, interestingly, ends by sort of teasing another related question for the future. Do dogs dream of world domination?
Okay, that's a whole other deep dive. But connecting it back to our red dot discussion.
Yeah, there's maybe a common thread, isn't there? About reading intentions, about power dynamics in everyday life, about what's really going on beneath the surface.
That's a great point. So the final thought maybe for you listening is, what are the red dots in your own life?
Good question. What seemingly simple, maybe even playful things might actually have hidden depths if you look closer.
Are there things that subtly guide your actions, spark your curiosity, maybe even feel like a form of psychological warfare sometimes?
Is a game always just a game? Or are there things challenging your sense of reality, your control, hiding in plain sight? Lots to think about.